Hey, it's Dougie Wood, and in this video I'm going to be teaching you everything there is to know about Microsoft Teams backgrounds. Now, the best way to actually set your background is to set up a test Teams meeting. You don't need to wait for your next Teams meeting or your department get together in order to actually configure this and waste time play around. Just find when you've got the next sort of 5-10 minutes free, set up a Teams meeting just with you in it. Just go into Teams, click on Meet Now, and that's all I've done. And you can see it's just put meeting with Dougie Wood across the top up here, just because it's a test meeting. That means then we can play around with our backgrounds without actually having to worry about wasting anyone else's time. Now, you might want to choose to change your background for a number of different reasons. As you see, I've just picked this kind of stock one at the moment, which makes it look like I'm working in an internet cafe or something like that. Now, there's a couple of different reasons why you might want to change your background, including that you might actually really be in an internet cafe and it's busy. There's people walking behind you. Maybe you're in a shared office space or something like that. And there's a lot of people, movement around you. Maybe you're working from your spare room and there's a pile of washing next to you or something like that. And you're just trying to basically hide the background from people. There's loads of reasons why you might want to change your background. And Teams makes it really easy by giving you the ability to change it to either a stock background or you can even upload your own. Which brings me on to my next point of why some people choose to change their background is to actually put a branded kind of background. So it could be that you could put your company logo up here, so when people are in a meeting with you, they can see your company logo. I've even seen people doing things like promoting events and things like that by having something listed behind them, especially when they're running things like training courses and things like that. It could be promoting other training courses or whatever it might be. So let's jump into actually how do we set a background in a Microsoft Teams meeting. Now, the way to do this is you can click on the more options across the top, and then we have this video effects and settings area. Now, when you click into here, it's going to show you that actually there's three different tabs. The main tab we're going to talk about today is this video effects. That then breaks it down into two kind of areas. We have backgrounds and we have filters. So with backgrounds, we can either choose to turn our background off completely. Now, by selecting an option, you can either preview it. Now, it's really important to know that previewing means only I will see this preview. Nobody else will see it. So if you were changing this during an actual active meeting, and you wanted to switch between different filters or different backgrounds to see what they look like, first use the preview option before kind of releasing it to everyone else to see. Plus, also, if you are in an active meeting, it can be quite distracting if you're flicking through loads of different backgrounds because everyone's going to see that if you're applying it rather than previewing it. So that's how we can preview. Now, we can also blur our background by selecting this option here, or we can choose to select one of the default options that Microsoft give us as a template. So let's take a look at a few of these. So there is actually two different types of backgrounds that you could use. You can have an animated, which is almost like a little video or something like that, or you can have just kind of like a flat stock image, which it isn't going to move, it's just purely an image. Now you can tell the difference between these different types of backgrounds because the ones which are going to move and animated have this like little play button in the bottom left hand corner, which shows that it's going to do something that's going to move. Now my favorite animated one that Microsoft offer is actually this one. And if I just click on apply and turn on video, then you'll see, and everyone else that will be in this meeting would be able to see this. And I think this is fantastic. I think, although this kind of looks, well, I think it's filled with sort of little glowing sort of lights in them. It reminds me of kind of like skiing in the Alps at night when you can see the mountain villages twinkling in the snow. So I think I quite like this. I think it's quite Christmassy. It's quite seasonal. But there's loads of other kind of options as well. So, for example, like this, which is just sort of a moving kind of bush, for example. Now, if I'm totally honest, I wouldn't really recommend you use animated backgrounds. The reason being is it can add almost a little bit of distraction, I guess is the best word to use, for the meeting. And in reality, going back to the beginning of all of this, the reason why we're using backgrounds is to try and remove distractions, remove kind of people moving around in the background and things like that, so people can really just focus in on you. So quite often I would just select something that was kind of one of these kind of stock images. And in fact, if you click on show all, you'll see all the different ones in here. And there's some really good ones. There's some ones which kind of look, as I say, look like you're in a kind of meeting space in a coffee shop or something like that. And there's loads of other random ones as well. There's even things like Minecraft and things like that if you wanted to. Again, less professional, but I have seen these used, especially in kind of social time. So if you're a hybrid or fully remote working business and you're using Microsoft Teams, quite often those types of companies are also using Teams for like a social get together on a Friday afternoon, for example, where they might do a quiz or play some games or something like that. But they're all doing it virtually. And during the sort of period of time of COVID, actually, when I was kind of working with my team, we would also be doing that. We would meet up on a Friday for a sort of virtual beer and play games. But you'd visibly see everyone would change their background from the background they've been using all day to speaking with clients and things like that from their branded backgrounds to something that was a bit more fun or quirky. Because again, you can also upload, if I scroll back to the top, up here, you can upload your own background. And that can be used in two ways. As I say, you could have your company logo displayed at the top, but also people can upload their own funny like memes or things like that. So I've seen it in the past before, like Halloween, where you upload a picture of like Michael Myers from the Halloween film with like a dripping sort of knife with dripping blood on it, sort of thing that stood behind someone or something like that. So you can make it quirky and funny as well, which plays really nicely into the kind of the social element of Microsoft Teams. And I was saying before, it's not just backgrounds that you can select. You can also select filters. So you can apply different filters over the top. And again, going into that kind of like social element um, of using Teams. For example, we could apply. There's a pug filter. See what that looks like on Snapchat. But all of these are going to be funny, quirky little things. There we go. Now I've got a little pug that's sat on my shoulder. So that's the sort. That's the sort of give me a lick on my ear. So that's the sort of thing that people often use again as a light-hearted thing during social events and things like that, just to kind of lighten the mood and have a little bit of fun. There's other funny ones in here. So one of my favourites as well is the chicken. You can have a chicken on your head. There's a cat. And you can see this is all provided by Snapchat, so it is applying kind of filters, so my face looks a little bit different as well in these. And actually, a really funny one. This reminds me a bit like of Borat, but it can completely change your face. So there we go. There's me with a really thick mustache. But there's loads of different ones in here that you can have a little play around with. And just to remove them, you can just click on this non effect, click on apply, and that'll remove the filter to your background completely as well. I should also mention as well, there's a few other tabs. So say we've got an avatars tab. So avatars is slightly different again. Now, you might have seen previously, I've got some videos around using what they call mesh, which is essentially the immersive 3D space inside of Microsoft Teams. And to use that, it looks kind of like an online game essentially when you're moving around. But to use that, you do need to have an avatar set up. And you can set your avatar up in this tab and edit them if you wanted to change the kind of the look and feel of them. So you can change things like the color of their hairstyle, facial hair, beard. You can change the clothes. In fact, it's popped up on another screen. So here you go. You can see what my character, my avatar would look like. And I can customize them, change the color of their hair, change the shape of their face, and some of the different attributes, the beard, hair, eye color, the body shape, as well as clothes and things like that. So you can get them to sort of represent you how you best want to be represented, essentially. And then what you can do is in a meeting, if you didn't want to, so I must admit, I've not really seen a lot of people using this in Teams meetings. It's more they create the avatars so they can use it in the 3D spaces. But if you did want to use it in a meeting, you can select your avatar and then click on Apply Avatars. And what that'll do is it'll override your webcam with any backgrounds or filters or things like that you have in place. And it will show your avatar. And as you talk, I've actually got myself muted because I'm recording the screen. But as you talk, it will move its mouth and move around the screen as you're kind of talking as well. You can also use different reactions. So if you wanted to sort of wave or show sort of chef's kiss or something was really good, again, you can use that. Just to turn it off, you can go back to the sort of turn it off by selecting this and then click on apply avatar. And then we will just be going back to video effects, turn on our camera, and there we go. Our webcam's back with the last background that we previously selected. So hopefully that gives you a really good insight into what you can achieve using backgrounds inside of Microsoft Teams. If you enjoyed this video, please do subscribe to my channel. It really does help me and helps my channel grow. Drop us a like as well on the video, and if you've got any questions at all, use a comments feed below. If you need any professional help setting up Microsoft Teams, there's a link in my bio and there's a link in the description below as well. Contact us for any professional help that you need working with Microsoft Teams.